Hey winners, welcome back to this channel. I am Winnie. If this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time I upload. And if you're an oldie, you've come back to watch this face of mine. Love you a long time. I'm really excited for this video because it's my last video of this little lock series that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, where I've been talking about various lock methods that I have done over the years. So I've had my locks since 2011. I feel like I say this in every video just in case there's a newbie here. Yeah, had my locks since 2011. Since then I have interlocked, retwisted, semi-freeformed, gone back to retwisting, and at present 2024 I've been on a semi-freeform journey again. So yeah, I've literally been doing videos sharing what I feel have been the pros and cons of all of these lock methods for myself, and this is the final one where I'm going to be talking about the 3 cons of semi-free forming locks. So the first one, got my notes on my phone here, is if your hair is anything like mine, then your roots will mat together regardless of how often you separate them. Now for the most part, what I tend to do is on wash days, I wash my locks roughly about once every 2 weeks now. On wash days, after I've washed my hair and all of that, and whilst I'm still in the shower, I like to do something called popping my locks. Popping my locks essentially just means separating my locks from the roots, right? And I make sure that this is done when my hair is wet, because if you do it whilst your hair is dry, you're gonna end up damaging your roots, damaging your locks. So I do it whilst I'm in the shower, and I also do it once I'm out of the shower and I'm like spritzing my locks and like oiling my scalp if necessary and all of that. And what's so funny is even though I do that, about a couple of days later, I will notice that a lot of my locks have meshed together on the roots. Right about now, I don't really know how to get past that. I did see somebody comment under one of my videos to basically say that people who have semi-freeform locks, what they do is they plait their locks so that it doesn't mesh together. But my issue with that is I don't like the idea of having to do that, because I just feel like where my hair, I went from my hair thinning a lot last year, 2020, wasn't it 2023? Yeah. I went through the whole thing on my hair thinning. I don't like the idea of me having to do that every single time I wash my hair so that it won't mesh together. But if anybody does have any other tips, please feel free to share them. And remember, this is just what I've been experiencing. Not everybody who semi-free forms may have this experience. My second point is, if your hair grows outside of your locks and you don't braid or wrap it around your locks from time to time, the base of your locks may thin out. Again, this is a Winnie issue, right? I feel like I have mentioned this many times on here, but towards the front, my hairline area, the hair grows outside of the lock. Due to that, I won't say I do it every single time I wash my hair. To be honest, I would probably say maybe like once a month I may do it, but I will braid any hair that's grown out into the locks at the front. One thing that I haven't been religiously doing, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I only recently did it after a very long ass time, is ideally I would want to go around, check every lock, see if there's like within here, see if there's any like loose hair nearby and wrap it around each lock. I only did that recently for the first time in a good couple of months. However, again, with that, it helps to create a strong base for your locks, because if your hair is like mine where it grows outside of the lock towards the front or anywhere, and you're not doing that, what happens is the base of each lock may become thin and may fall out, and you obviously don't want that to happen. Again, depends on one's genetics, one's hair type and all of that. There are people out there who semi-freeform who don't have to worry about such things. However, I do really think that it's important to highlight that even though one may be semi-freeforming, it doesn't mean that you quote unquote neglect your hair, especially if you know that not every part of your like hair may have like solid foundations. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, my third point is, if you are somebody who prefers well manicured locks and you focus on your locks being aesthetically pleasing to others, I don't think that semi freeforming is for you. And the reason why that I mention this is because I do notice, and this isn't a bad thing at all, that there are a lot of people who have locks who still want it to look aesthetically pleasing, whether it's for themselves or whether it's to look aesthetically pleasing to others. And with semi freeforming, only speaking for myself, I do find that if you're somebody who you don't appreciate, you know, thick roots, frizzy roots, there are times when you can look at my locks and you can tell that it's quite frizzy, and you're somebody that's going to be bothered by that, I don't really think that semi freeforming is for you, because I personally find that semi freeforming, and actually I also feel that freeforming itself, when you don't do the whole thing like separating locks and you just let your locks do its thing, are the best ways for you to kind of really appreciate your locks in its most naturalist form. Well, to be honest, I think semi freeform is like a step above appreciating it. But yeah, if you're somebody that focuses on those things, like I said, I don't really feel like semi freeforming is for you. At the same time, that being said, you may be somebody who really does kind of worry about your locks looking good towards other people, and you do decide to semi freeform because you know that there's benefits to it for your hair, and so you learn to start embracing how your locks look. So yeah, just because you may be somebody that does think about aesthetically pleasing locks, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't, because you know what, that might be a great way for you to kind of get out of that mindset anyways. But yeah, those are my quick little points in regards to the cons of semi freeforming. I really hope that y'all enjoyed the little series that I did. I've enjoyed having to like have a think and go back in like time for some of them and think about what I felt were pros and what were cons, etc. And hopefully along the line somehow I've managed to, I don't know, educate people or make people have a think about certain things. But nevertheless, it's been fun. I don't know what content I'm gonna put out on here going forward. Maybe should I make a different video? Should I talk about it now? No, I think I'll briefly talk about it now. From now on, I kind of want to put out whatever content that my spirit feels the need to. I don't want to come on here, I feel like I've previously come on here many times and been like, oh, going forward I'm not gonna do this, or I'm gonna focus on that, or I'm gonna do this. And I'll be honest, I've said this before, I don't like feeling like I am boxed on here. I've always kind of had it in the back of my mind that because for the most part I am known to do lock content, I always have it in the back of my mind that if I kind of deviate and decide to like do something else, then it may not be received well. And so because of that, sometimes even when I may not necessarily feel like I would like to, I still end up gravitating towards putting out that type of content, right? However, going forward, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be putting out content that my spirit aligns to, right? I don't like to be boxed. I'm into other stuff, especially travel, and I think that's kind of been evident on this channel. So yeah, regardless of what I decide to put out going forward, I really hope that y'all rock with me, y'all continue to support, because obviously without you I wouldn't be here. But I also understand that there are some people who just subscribe to my channel and only watch me when I put out lock content. So yeah, all I can say is thank you for the love and support so far, but I did want to make it known that going forward I do just want to, especially after this video, I do want to kind of sit back, have a think about what I would want to share, because you know what, I feel like sometimes when you fall into the titles of stuff, like I'm a lot content creator, I'm a this content creator, you put yourself in a box. I want my channel to be a reflection of where I currently am at, whether that's mentally, life-wise, and all of that good stuff. and I don't care for looking at analytics or trying to work out what I'm gonna put out for sure that's gonna 100% bang. If it does, then that's amazing. If only a few people rock with it, that's also fine as well. But I just wanted to put that out there so that if, for example, the next video is something that you've never seen me put out before, it makes sense. All right, but yeah, like I said, thank you so much for the support so far. Thank you so much for watching this video as well, and until my next one, take care, be good.